Do you ever find yourself feeling stuck? Like you're just spinning your wheels but not going anywhere? Like you're going through the same motions every single day and nothing changes?
You have 0 messages.
At the same time, you're not exactly sure what it is you actually do want. The good news is you're not the only one who feels this way. In the next 10 or 15 minutes, I promise you'll walk away with a game plan to escape this feeling and reclaim your sense of purpose. By the way, if you want actionable advice on living a life on your own terms, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community through the link below. If you're here for the first time, my name is Cheng and I'm an internet entrepreneur. I know what it's like to feel stuck because, believe it or not, despite making more in a month today than I did in a year at my old full-time job, I felt stuck too, and I continue to feel stuck here and there. And I'm going to share how I get unstuck and how you can do that as well. The most common reason why we get stuck is because we don't know what we're doing with ourselves. We're going through the same motions every single day and nothing changes. We only have so much energy in the day, so it's really easy to fall into doing things that have the least amount of friction, like the easy things in life. And it can take a lot of effort to break out of a routine that you're comfortable with, because by definition, it means you have to be able to handle being uncomfortable. But I have an easy solution for you. The easiest way for us to get out of that rut is by detaching ourselves from our own desires and our own needs, and instead look at how we can be more useful to other people. But being useful doesn't mean simply doing things for other people. It means adding value. Now, that could be adding value through your job, through volunteer work, or even just by being a good listener to a friend. Adding value to someone's life inherently adds value to your own. Now, no, I'm not talking about your intrinsic value as a human being. We all have that. But if that's all we needed, then everybody would be feeling fulfilled and happy with their lives. And that's clearly not the case. The value that I'm talking about is tied with purpose. The reason why you feel stuck is because you have a lack of purpose. Maybe you don't know what that is yet, and that's perfectly fine, by the way. But by objectively looking at what you bring to the table, this will move you closer to finding what that purpose is and away from that feeling of feeling lost or stuck in life. The purpose of life is not to be happy, it is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. Society often dictates what we should want. Go to college, get a stable job, marriage, kids, 25 days of vacation a year. But what if that's just not for you? The reality is, it's not a one-size-fits-all. The moment you let go of what society thinks you should be doing is the moment you start living a life that's genuinely yours. Ikigai is a Japanese philosophy that integrates what you love, what the world needs, what you can be paid for, and what you're good at. And the idea is that if you can find something that fits within each of those criteria, you will find true purpose and fulfillment. And you start living your days in a state of flow. Now, let's pretend you have a passion for watches. You obsess over, Rolex, Omega, Grand Seiko. Let's not forget about Casio. By obsessing over watches, you're going to naturally follow the latest models and release news. You're going to have a deep understanding of the history of those prestigious brands. So if you have a passion for watches and you're good at it because you know all of the complications and mechanics of how a watch is made, you know every detail about Rolex's history, that already falls under 2 areas of Ikigai. The question is, does the world need someone like you? Absolutely, right? Because there's people who want to invest into watches and start their own collection. Or there's people who are trading watches, authorized dealers, people working in the grey market. They require specialists like you. So this means you can be paid as a watch consultant or some kind of watch seller and specialist. So take some time to play around with what your Ikigai could look like. Be as wild as you can. There are literally no limits to what you can think of, and it's important to start thinking about it so that you stop going with the flow in your day-to-day life, wondering why you feel stuck. I made a post on Twitter, which is now called X, I guess, where I was telling my story about feeling stuck after hitting my first $10,000 month. And I got stuck at that level for a very long time. The business wasn't growing, I wasn't growing, and that happened because I didn't set a new meaningful goal for myself. Your goals should be more than just numbers. They should reflect what you genuinely want to achieve in life. And when I realized I was stuck, I took a hard look at why I was doing what I was doing in the first place. And I rediscovered my why. What is my reason for doing this? It was to help people through my work. And I also realized that I'm a person that is driven by the feeling of making progress in things, whatever it is. So setting a new goal of trying to hit 20,000 a month re-energized me, not just for the number, as I said, but because of the impact I could make. The impact not just for my clients, but for my family, for my own lifestyle that I wanted to live. So to sum everything up, feeling stuck is often just a result of losing sight of what really matters to you. So start by giving back to other people and think about how you can add more value to the people around you, people in your network, whether that's on a personal level or on a professional level. You want to reject societal norms that don't fit with who you are. And for me, this was tough in the beginning. I was conditioned for so much of my life that it took a lot of practice making the hard decisions. And trust me, it does get easier over time. And eventually, you won't give a shit about what other people think of you, other people's judgments. And you can live your life how you want to live it. And finally, always have a meaningful goal in your line of sight. Remind yourself often of it. And when you achieve it, remember to find a new one. So if you're ready to take action, hit that subscribe button and click the link below to join our community of like-minded people just like you and me. Thanks for watching, and here's to getting unstuck and living a life full of purpose and passion. In the meantime, check out this video next.